Friends, now we'll learn what are the different steps we need to follow in the line balancing. The step 1, it is nothing but determining the task must be performed to complete one unit of the finished product and the sequence in which the task must be performed. So we'll take an example of a car assembly. If I go for a car assembly, there are the several kinds of the operations or the production I need to consider to get a final product of the car. In the most of the time in the car production, we will go for an assembly. Let us consider the assembly layout itself to undergo the line balancing as an example. Now you are observing the first step. Here we need to determine the what is our aim to complete a one unit or a finished product. In other words, I can say that if I wanted to get a one product, we need to calculate the number of the task which has to be considered to get a one unit, and at the same time you need to learn the where we need to assign that task in a particular line of the production. Then the second step, you are observing that the estimating the task time. As we know that in complete assembly we will get a number of workstations. In each workstations, how much time is going to take place and how many number of the labors are required to complete that task has to be considered. That is the second step. Then third step, you are observing that the determining the cycle time, the nothing but the amount of the time that amount of the time could elapse between the products coming at the end of the assembly line is the desired the hourly production were being produced. It is nothing but you need to find out the cycle time. In other words, I can say that I think in the previous class itself I had explained what do you mean by the cycle time. It is nothing but a total production time which has to be considered right from the raw material to the final the product at each workstation of the assembly. So to get a final product, as we know that we'll have the number of the workstations at the each production line. So what is the amount of the time which is going to be the amount of the time at each workstation to complete that particular task itself is an cycle time. So in this case also we need to find out the cycle time of the each workstation. Then in the fourth step is that you need to in the line balancing you need to consider the after determining the cycle time you need to assign the worker and as well as the assembly line. So that is the fourth step where you are going to assign a proper person to carry out the work. So that once again it depends upon the efficiency of the worker, and at the same time we need to concentrate on the assembly line of the balancing. Nothing but we need to consider that which work has to be given to the which worker depending upon their efficiency, and how we need to assign a work at each workstation without making the machine into an idle. So in this manner there are 4 steps are there to undergo the line balancing. So in the next class we will learn the different kinds of the line balancing. Thank you.